Dominated both national and local news coverage over the past year because of the pandemic. And a local doctor is bringing up an issue that he's noticed from news reporting.
Elise Haas is digging deeper into his observations and how news reporting is impacting the country's vaccination rollout.
As someone in the medical field, Dr. Corey Fish of Brave Care says that he subscribes and has a keen eye for medical news, and that during the pandemic, he's noticed an increasingly worrisome number of attention-grabbing or misleading medical headlines across various media outlets. And even as a doctor, he'll see a headline and think, oh my gosh, and be alarmed by it, only to read it in its entirety and find that the full picture would come together and not be so worrisome after all. But Dr. Fish is an outlier because data and surveys show that 60% of people only read headlines of news articles. And over half of readers spend an average of just 15 seconds on an article if they do click on it. And I know that there are not that many speed readers out there in this world. Dr. Fish says this mentality is dangerous for decision making.
My biggest concern is that, people are going to take that information, that limited information, and, base their decisions off of it, spread that information amongst their family and friends and peer groups. And then you have this kind of runaway phenomenon that's really not rooted in the whole factual story.
So with the knowledge of readers' behaviors, aka the lack of reading that is going on, and the fact that news outlets are limited to 7 to 10 words for a headline, he says that it's imperative that two things happen. One, readers need to take more responsibility for reading an article in its entirety before forming an opinion or sharing it on social media. Headlines are not ever going to summarize an entire story. And two, he says that news outlets need to be more mindful of the truest key takeaway of a report to craft a more helpful headline and not the newest, most clickable. For instance, Dr. Fish shared an example that he saw from a headline from a major news network that basically said that there were 5,800 breakthrough COVID-19 cases after vaccination anyway. And while that information is true and sure to get people's attention, given the fact that we know most people will just stop there, they may assume that that means that the vaccine isn't working. But when you go ahead and read the article, you end up finding out that of the millions and millions of people who have gotten the vaccine, this data once again shows just how effective the vaccines are. You went from having a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting COVID and catching it to having a 1 in 11,000 chances, which is really good news after all. But you would only walk away understanding that if you read that article from start to finish. In Portland, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.